Dr. Yoni Whitten here, and this week we're going over 3 key nutrients that can accelerate the healing process and help you to recover from injury and trauma. Let's get into this. This list is all about nutrients that you can use to speed up your recovery from injury and trauma. Number 1 on the list is ginger extract. And to understand why, I'm going to direct you to this randomized controlled clinical trial that was published in 2017 in the Dental Research Journal. Now, in this study, researchers looked at 67 adults who were all having surgery to remove at least one impacted wisdom tooth, meaning the surgeon had to actually dig into the jawbone, remove some bone in order to get at that tooth and extract it. Talk about trauma. They broke those 67 people up into 3 different groups. Group number 1 was getting ibuprofen 400 milligrams. Group 2 was getting a ginger extract 500 milligrams. And group 3 got a placebo, which in this case was a starch. Now, all the groups got their first dose while they were still under anesthesia. And then they were instructed to take their medication every 6 hours following. They also had the option to take what these researchers refer to as rescue medication, which was acetaminophen 500 milligrams, meaning if their pain was so bad and the thing that they were taking to control it wasn't working, they had the option to take this rescue medication. One of the first things these researchers noticed was that the vast majority of people in the placebo group, 80% of them, ended up needing rescue medication within the first 2 to 4 hours following surgery. So as soon as their anesthesia was wearing off, bam, they needed that rescue medication right away because that starch pill wasn't cutting it. Whereas only 35% of the people in the ibuprofen and the ginger group ended up using rescue medication in that time period. Over the course of 5 days, there was nearly twice as much rescue medication taken in the placebo group than in the ginger group or the ibuprofen group. And finally, regarding pain scores, the researchers found no significant difference in the pain scores between ibuprofen and the ginger groups over the course of 5 days. The overall conclusion from these researchers was that, quote, ginger is as effective as ibuprofen in the management of post-surgical sequelae. That's a pretty strong endorsement. The number 2 nutrient on this list is curcumin, but not just any old form of curcumin. We're talking specifically about Meriva, which is a sustained release formula designed specifically to increase absorption in the body. Now, to understand why, I'm going to direct you to this study published in the European Review for Medical and Pharmacological Sciences, published in the year 2017. Now, in this study, researchers took 50 rugby players, all of whom had severe musculoskeletal pain that was caused by injuries from playing rugby. They split those people up into 2 groups. The first group got conventional treatment, painkillers and anti-inflammatories, think NSAIDs. The second group got Meriva, and they tracked them over 10 days, and then they did a final follow-up 10 days later after they had stopped the treatment. Here's what they found. At the outset of the study, both groups, you can see the Meriva group indicated in blue and the conventional group indicated in red, started off with pretty severe pain. You're talking about 7.2 out of 10. By a day later, after starting their treatments, both groups' pain levels had dropped, and the conventional group was actually slightly ahead. By day 3, the margin had narrowed, and they were getting pretty close to even. By day 6, they were even. By day 10, both groups were identical with an 82% reduction in pain. Here's the really interesting thing. At the 20-day follow-up, a full 10 days after they stopped treatment, the Meriva group was significantly ahead of the conventional treatment group in terms of pain levels. And as an added bonus, you can see here that the compliance and the tolerability was significantly higher in the Meriva group than it was in the conventional treatment group. And this was attributed to a decreased incidence of unpleasant side effects that are so common when people are taking things like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So you're getting the same or better pain-killing effects with Meriva as you're getting with conventional treatment, and way less side effects for a more pleasant experience as you're reducing those pain levels. Number 3, and the final nutrient on this list, is hyaluronic acid. Now, this is a thick, gooey substance that's found inside of your joints, and it basically helps to make sure that they move smoothly and easily. You can think of it almost like the motor oil inside of your car engine. It kind of reduces friction and makes everything move better. But it also has some really exciting benefits for people that are suffering with pain or recovering from trauma. To see what I'm talking about, I'm going to direct you to this study published in 2018, where researchers took 148 people who were suffering with mild knee pain, and they gave them either plain yogurt or yogurt supplemented with what's called rooster comb extract, which is a potent source of hyaluronic acid. They gave them this for 12 weeks. And what they found is that the group that was getting the rooster comb extract or hyaluronic acid had a 25% reduction in their pain levels. They also had a 12% reduction in swelling and a 10% increase in their strength and power output, which is super exciting because, as anybody who's had serious injury or been in pain for a long time knows, it really hampers your ability to exert force and do the things that you need to do. When asked to explain how these people were able to exert more strength and power, the researchers had a great explanation. They said it was because they were in less pain, they had less swelling in their joint, and finally, because they had enhanced muscular regeneration. That's right. These researchers actually measured and found nearly a 30% increase in myoblast proliferation over the course of the 12 weeks. And this is the most exciting thing, is that hyaluronic acid was actually helping to stimulate the regeneration of brand new muscle cells, and this proves it. And that's the reason why hyaluronic acid is number 3 on our list.
All 3 of the substances that we just went over, plus 16 others, can be found in the brand new Movement Essentials Ultimate Relief Bundle. Between the 2 supplements, you're talking 19 essential nutrients, all at therapeutic doses, put in combination to reduce pain levels, wipe out inflammation, accelerate the healing process, and help you to maintain healthy joints for a lifetime. Use the link in the description down below to get your Movement Essentials today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll put the information to good use. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to this channel and toggle notifications to all. This way you'll receive notifications every time a new video comes out. Also, be sure to like this video, and if you have any questions or a topic that you'd like to see in a future video, leave a comment in the section down below. That's all for now. See you next time.